All right. Here we are. Thursday, episode 5 at Longshot RPG of Kjol. Welcome, everybody. Very excited. To recap, we are in an Arctic tundra. The party is currently in the high place. Dang it all. The party is in the high places right now. We're just gonna do that. And I won't be able to see Offbeat, but that's all right. Arctic tundra. Party is in the high places, heading through there as a shortcut, regardless of how dangerous the high places are. They recently took on a witch in her tower, and it turned out there was a beholder, a death kiss, in the attic, where they discovered some true ice and some black ice, which seems to be true ice that has been altered in some way, shape, or form. I'm Sir Feffers. Thank you for joining us. Full episodes on the YouTube Jake and Feffers. Please subscribe. And I'm going to throw it over to Offbeat Outlaw.
Hello, everybody. My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You may know me as Offbeat Outlaw and other such things. Let me drink some sus water right now.
That's some spicy water.
It's very spicy. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, on Patreon. Support me, and I will continue to make content. If you don't support me, I will disappear from the internet. So do with that information what you will. This may be a threat.
Except for here, right? No.
Passing it on to Jake.
Hey everyone, I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I do most cosplay content there. I'm playing Outlaw, the Yuan-Ti sorcerer cleric. As I recall from last time, we killed some stuff. It was awesome. I found a book. Don't know what it is yet. The giant walked up and was like, "Yo." And that's where we are. So I'll pass it on to Luna.
Hi, I'm Luna Wolf Spirit. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at the same handle. And I do mostly cosplay and like book nerdish content. And I play Farron, a Horizon Walker Ranger with a little bit of fighter, and she got attacked by a cat last time.
This is true. This is true. That happened.
So, pass it to Taco.
Taco.
Hey! Hold on.
Oh.
I am Taco. I get dedicated to random bits way too easily. I play Styx. He's a wizard. He's a furball. I'm gonna get my hoodie off this doll.
What even is this bit?
I don't know. We did it in call and we thought it was funny. I'm gonna take the doll back.
Still think it's funny.
Yo, why does the doll have drip though?
Dude, the drip is real for the doll.
Psycho, chill, psycho.
Doll is temporary. Drip is forever.
Amen to that.
If you want to know more about his freakish dolls, you should go follow him on the YouTube channel,
They're not mine.
Datdirtytaco,
Shielded me.
and where he goes live, and he does a lot of live streaming and good stuff. Great community over there. They're called the Pop Tarts. Do give them a subscribe. And last but not least, we have Goof.
Hi, I'm Jared. I play Zaz, who is a goblin barbarian rogue. He likes to climb big monsters and hack at their throats. Also, he hates goblins.
In that order.
Yeah, you know. Except for when the goblins don't hate him already. Then he kind of likes them back. Too bad about that witch, though.
That's true.
Yeah, too bad she had to like try and kill me and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean that part where you claimed you couldn't die?
I didn't claim I can't die. I claimed I'm immortal. It's different.
All right, well,
He's right, you know.
With all that done and said, let's jump right in.
That's not the order that goes in.
As the party was deliberating on which way to head next, a very thin, unarmored, beardless giant kind of raised itself up off the mountainside. Again, we're in the high places, so these are just narrow, peaked ridges high above the cloud line.
Do we have friends here?
In what sense?
In
Do
high
we have
places.
friends in the high places?
Oh,
Eh.
Do
Not
I
yet.
have friends in high places?
although that'd be a great title for this episode. This cloud giant has a very almost whimsical appearance. He's just kind of relaxed. He's got this very long staff that is ornate and made of wood and stone. Kind of a traveler's cloak about him. With in his cloak kind of goes against the wind. And if I believe what he started with, oh no, she's dead then. I was to deliver this shipment of ice. And he kind of looked down at the party. Oh, hello.
3 of us are taking nap from the cat nap.
Mm-hmm.
Just saw that, just in case you forgot.
He kind of sees that some people are resting. Who all's awake?
I think it was me
Okay.
and I think it's Jake, and I remember feeding him the beholder got out misdirection.
The beholder got out. That's right. That's right. Oh, well. I do hope you were there to help. That beholder was something. Actually, poor Agatha. She was actually enslaved to that beholder.
Yeah, it was a shame.
He's going to see that everyone's kind of resting, and he's going to go, so, and he kind of sits down. What brings you to the high places? He's got a satchel, and you can see like almost like dry ice, kind of this mist kind of pouring out the sides of it. Seems pretty unafraid of the situation as a whole. Kind of cocks his head sideways.
We're just passing through, really.
Oh.
Right.
Well, what's your name?
I'm Zaz,
Ooh.
and there's Arthalos.
Arthalos. I like that. Hello. Who else is awake? Is that just the two of you?
Nobody, just
Okay.
the 2 of us.
I'm gonna turn this audio down a little bit real quick. Feels a little loud. All right. Well. Goblins like food. He kind of starts digging around in his pockets. Would you like a tart? And he holds out like a large pastry. He pulls out another one and kind of eats it. I love tarts.
I
By
mean,
this-
I bet they're great, but I did just eat some soup.
Oh, okay. Look, he raises an eyebrow at Arthlos. Tart?
Sure.
It is very not sour, but it's definitely got that that bite of it's a very well made pastry tart.
It's a tart.
Yeah, it's a tart. He kind of sits almost his back to the party, a little bit down the way. He's not like right up in everyone's grill, with his feet kind of hanging out over the sides of the cliff. He goes, I'm surprised to meet anyone not hunkered down in some kind of security, some kind of secure place. These mountains these days be crawling with werewolves.
I mean, Well, that's not indirectly related as to why we're in the area. We're just
Oh.
passing through. Mostly.
We've come so low, we giant folk. There were a time where, aside from the Goliaths, we didn't permit anyone to walk around here. And then the 100-year war with the dragons. But that was a long time ago, you know. Before Amon left us. If anyone would wish to wake up to this, they can.
Will that prevent us from getting the short rest?
I'll allow the short rest.
Would
I'll
I
wake up.
know what he's talking about at all, or is this just all
No.
forgotten to time?
This
stuff?
is very far back. There's been evidence. I would say that there are some scholars that have surmised that a long time ago this land was predominantly giants and dragons. Did I say Armand? I meant Aemon. Aemon left us when we lost that war. Although, I'm not sure if that was all of it.
Ziller will wake up.
Oh! Hello.
Oh, have we made a friend?
I don't know.
Seems that way.
I'm
Hasn't
Crack.
come to blows yet.
You can
You're
call
Crack?
me. I'm Crack.
That's my last name. My last name is O'Crack.
Oh!
Ziller O'Crack.
Oh, that's nice. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And he hands you a
Uh,
tart.
Ziller happily accepts the tart and begins. He accepts it very graciously and begins munching on it just fervently.
For you, it's like a Whopper. Like it's just no. Good lord, it's like a. Like it's just.
Is it juicy?
It's sticky.
So, what brings you here to the high places? You live around here?
Yes and no. There's not really much else for me out here these days. My lady, she has me moving ice to various buyers and the like.
Ice, you say?
You would
kind of
call
ice?
it true ice.
I kick sticks. Like, we got.
Oh, that wasn't
Wait.
nice.
He's my friend. It's okay.
No.
You can do that to your friends.
Really?
You cannot.
Only some friends, not
Only
all friends.
Specifically
go.
this friend.
Jump on that explanation.
So this one, this one here, he points at Arthalos. You're the clever one. I'm also a clever one. I was my lady's jester. Well, poet, you would call them.
Poetry is that's very nice.
True ice, you say, though.
Yes. He's gonna pull out a large chunk, roughly the size of Farron.
Now, I hate to pry, but where on earth did you get that?
Oh, we got it from the old castle. That's where it grows.
True ice grows in the old castle there, eh?
Yes, it is where the southern lights meet the earth. Kjol, as it were.
Everything the light touches belongs to, I guess, the true ice then.
He calls it the southern lights, when you have always called it the aurora borealis or the northern lights.
Huh. What's up with that? Why do you call it southern lights? I've always heard northern lights. You got a different culture around it?
Well, I've seen the northern lights. It's on the other side. This is the
Ain't it
south
just-
end of the planet.
And it's just perspective.
You're with circle.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! The planet's a circle.
It is, in fact, a sphere.
These.
Most of this world
these
is
cannot be.
uninhabitable, though. Most of this world is uninhabitable, but the ends are intact for now.
You mean to tell me there's something less habitable than this?
Yes, lakes of fire.
Um,
Horrible,
just the
dry, molten lands.
Karen's gonna wake up now.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hands you a tart.
Thank you.
Tarts you got in that bag.
I made them myself.
I am the other giant kin here, and I'm the one without a tart.
My apologies.
That
I was
Terrence
distracted
would
when
never
you
say
were
that.
attacked into being awake, and he hands you a tart.
Take out a berry and put it on top in the middle.
Whoa! What are those?
Berries.
Can I?
I give him 2 handfuls.
Oh, he takes 1. Thank you. And he.
I am impressed by your dexterity with big fingers, small berry.
Thank you. I am a poet. Which doesn't explain at all.
Yeah, no.
You start to think that maybe his term for poet and jester mean something else.
The bard.
Can I ask him in giant? What is the local word? Not what is the giant word for poet?
Oh.
/ jester.
I don't know. I
Oh
don't.
my-
What I think of is, I don't know if we have a word. It's a title. It could also be said as guide. When the dragons came to the castle, I was the one to help my lady escape. And that's part of my job, I think. She's here, you know. She's all around us. She doesn't pay as much attention as she used to. This is
Might your
good.
lady be?
Oh.
Evangelize us.
Lady Quintesseret.
That's a name.
Too tight.
The last cloud giant. In this realm, at least.
Aren't you the last cloud
Gestures.
giant?
Hang on. I misspoke.
You.
The last storm giant.
No more storm giants, eh?
Hmm.
He said the thing. He said the Canadian thing.
Ziller's from Canada.
I think that's number 2 on the counter.
That is number 2. I've been speaking with Canadians all day. Like, first time in a while, even over Zoom.
I'll never forget the first time a Canadian said A to me while I was in Canada.
Oh yeah. Was it?
I was
Was
at a
it? Did it change everything? Did it?
Yeah, I
like
was
make
at a
you feel
restaurant
included?
I was at a restaurant with Teddy, and I like didn't finish my food, and the waitress was like, "Oh yeah, that's a lot of food, eh?" And then she walked away and went, "Teddy, she did the thing.
It happened. Everyone, stop!
In the wild."
Capture the moment.
While Canadian asks a question with but one word. Eh? So, what is everyone's impression? What are you guys doing?
I want to know
like
what a jester is, man.
I'm pretty sure the guy's a bard. I'm pretty sure he cast Enlarge Reduce on the berry.
He absolutely
Pretty sure
did.
he's a bard.
They didn't use music.
Do it
Are
with
his
big.
pastries his art form? Is he a baker?
Maybe his whimsy. He might be an eloquence bard.
Or
Those
a
are
creation
things.
bard, maybe? He's just
I think
creating
eloquence.
Pies.
Can't really create pies.
I don't know,
All the
I don't
same
read it.
dope. Well, maybe you can, and I just don't know it. But all the same, I'm gonna turn to him and be like, you know, that lady, I don't know if you know what she was doing with that true ice, but she was making these gnarly black crystals that were just emanating nasty energy. Do you know what that was about?
No. I hope she has not been, and he kind of gets up, corrupting the ice I've been bringing her.
I hate to inform you, but I think she was.
How could
I
she?
Or at least the beholder may have been.
I can tell you what we would never do. We would never corrupt the true ice.
Ah! That's good. And he's gonna and kind of
Where are you
peer into the tower.
The tower is gone.
Oh, that's right. The top half is still there,
What
right?
tower?
The top
I
half?
fireballed it like.
That's right, that's
We
right.
blew
Thank you,
that
thank
up
you, thank
too.
you.
Remember that whole moment we like a UAV droned that
That's
thing?
true.
Keep any evidence away from Arthalos.
Just red, just like red smoke. So, he's gonna start picking. He's gonna start looking around through the rubble and stuff like that. Where is it?
We blew it up because
We
it
did.
looked bad.
Well, that was good.
Not a-
You guys did a good thing. He's gonna notice the dogs and go. Looks at the ranger, who's got the most of the dogs. Some of them have begun sniffing around and kind of spreading out and stuff like that. Tokyo has kind of been staying behind the giant, kind of like, you know, in case he needs to jump on him. And he's gonna notice and goes, "Can I pet your dogs?"
Aaron's a little nervous, is she?
Understandably.
Yes.
If you hurt the dog, I turn you into berries and then a pastry. You will be delicious.
Oh. Well, as tempting as that is, he picks up a dog and starts just. I'm gonna roll animal handling. Okay, that's a 21. Dog is big fingers. Wow. Just. And then he puts
Think
the
he
dog
meant
back down. And
Picking the whole dog up was what she thought he meant when he said pet.
No.
yeah,
Can I pet your dog? I mean handle your dog.
yeah, just scoop, just
Uncomfortable.
just
Yeah.
and then he's gonna delicately put the dog back down. You seem like
you seem like the most agreeable sort, Amon.
my name is Crack. Armon is the
Oh.
is the god of giants.
Oh, right, we had that whole moment.
Amen.
True. Right. Yeah, right.
Oh.
I'm curious though. What does true ice even do if it can be corrupted, and that's bad apparently?
I'm not at liberty to say, unfortunately.
Who is?
Oh, that would be my lady.
Oh,
One who is everywhere and nowhere.
Well, she is in hiding. It's a necessity. The world is not. Okay, let me explain. Long ago, and he starts talking about the war.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah, he starts just going on about the war. And when Amon saw that it was either going to be a stalemate or that they were going to lose, he was furious with giant kind. And this is the god of dwarves. Of giants. And he basically dipped and said, "I will return when you have reestablished your kingdom."
It'll go well.
No, they haven't pulled it off yet, and it's been thousands upon hundreds of thousands of years. And the giants have slowly been in decline ever since, as well as dragons. And there are still skirmishes, and eventually they managed to get all the way to the castle. And after having blocked off access to the northern lights, we were forced to physically flee.
Question, how long is
Posture
this
checked the
story?
taco.
Get
The
outta here.
story, he's about 20 minutes in. But from what you can tell, this whole land used to be just like thousands and thousands of giants. And
So we keep this up for another 40 minutes. I can get a short rest.
oh, I said you could have your short rest when you did the
Oh,
cat
He
I
nap.
thought
wasn't
they
the one
could.
sleeping.
Oh,
because
right,
I didn't have a cat
Power
nap.
napping.
Sure. So you guide him and keep asking more questions, just about anything, and you just slowly relaxing more and more.
I'm just
and
like sinking into this little snow, just like
it seems that giants from other realms would come and stuff like that, and that this is not originally where giants are from, and that dragons followed them here. And this was kind of this tucked away little corner that giants had fled to long ago. But eventually the dragons managed to find them and continue the fight here. And that's more recent history than the long war of history.
I'm
Ninja
gonna
Assassin,
walk up
thank you for the sub.
to Crack and say,
Hmm.
hey, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. How good are you at keeping those?
Well, as long as I don't have to keep it from my lady, I'm pretty good.
Well, your lady sounds pretty agreeable. Our sort here, we're investigating the werewolves of this area.
Ooh.
We're trying to put a stop to it. But if they are upsetting things and potentially making sure that no other people get hurt or die. Do you have any ideas or leads as to where we can get more information on these werewolves?
Yes. A lot of them have taken up residence in the remains of the castle, actually. I think we might have a vested mutual interest. My lady might even return if her castle was restored to her. Oh, that would be nice.
Well, Crack, we're just as interested in that castle as you are, it sounds. Care to join us and potentially fight along our side? We could definitely use a giant's prowess.
He kind of pats his bag in thought. Go ahead and roll persuasion. I much would like to, but I have a duty to be held. I have many responsibilities that my lady has.
18?
I tell you what. You do this for me, and I will let you each have one magic item from the hoard of the castle. I am not able to go with you, but I am willing to reward you in my stead.
Well, Crack, that's already an incredible kindness, and I thank you.
We are diverting path now.
Give us directions, Crack, and we'll be on our way. And you'll see that in a few nights, that castle will be liberated and freed.
Oh, I would
Sure
be
you're
in
back.
your debt, and I do not speak for my lady, but she would be very grateful as well, I am sure. She might even return. Oh, that would be nice. I miss her so.
I miss her too. I don't know her, but I think she sounds really nice.
She was great. She is great. Oh. He looks at the clouds and the storms and the winds.
Can I assume he gives me the directions to the castle?
Yeah, so he points towards like the highest peak you can see. Past that, that's a small mountain. Past that, there's a really big one. Really big one. Very narrow. Most people can't get to it. But I do have a friend who might be able to help you. If you told him Crack sent you, he's a hermit, so, you know, he's eccentric, but he might be willing to talk to you and guide you to it. And he's on that mountain over there. And he points at a different mountain.
Excellent. And one last question. Feel free to say that you don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Does the name Food mean anything to you?
Oh. Oh. He was powerful. He was here before the giants were.
You know of Food.
You know of Food.
I'm a research student from the Mages College. I did my minor in religion studies, and Food was an interesting topic that came up in the seminar.
Yes, he was. I never met him personally, but yes, he was the ruler of mankind. He was what they prayed to as they hid in their little holes in the cold. Hunters and gatherers all, and that's how he liked it.
Yeah, that's what the professor said too. Well, thanks for your time, Crack. Seems like you got places to be. So I think
do.
We'll be on our way.
Okay, well, he kind of stands up. Bye
Give
now.
him a wave.
Thank you for the tarts. They were
Yeah.
delicious.
I hope we run into each other again.
Samesies.
Okay, bye.
Good.
He's gonna turn and start just long stepping away towards the broken bridge.
Can I step away and call my pseudo father?
Your pseudo father.
My boss.
Osric.
Oh yeah, sure.
Osric.
I gotta shed this accent. Hang on. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice. Oh, the voice nearly got away from me, but I found a lot of true ice. Some of it was black. We blew it up because it looked
Interesting.
spooky.
Yes. The very thing. Scrambling for name. Hang on. Was it-
Your other son.
yeah, Bosk.
Bob's your uncle.
My former apprentice. He also discovered these things. Be wary of it. It turned him into a monster.
We also met a pretty cool cloud giant who says that true ice grows in, quote, the old castle. I mean, castles, most of them are old.
Interesting.
Do you know which one is the old castle?
I don't. Not much is known of the high places. The Goliaths have always been our source of information, and
Do you ever eaten Goliath before?
have I ever eaten Goliath? No. I do not resort to cannibalism.
Or is it like really cannibalism? Are you
I-
a Goliath?
I haven't given it much thought.
Anyways, the crazy old lady made a soup. I'm pretty sure there was Goliath in it.
Oh, well, you know. Crazy old ladies. I never
Do what
married.
they do.
I never married for a
Feeding
reason.
people to people, I guess. That's the stereotype
Oh,
now.
Grandma. He's
Oh,
eating all the kids.
Well, that is quite a lot of
No,
information.
It's not the 50s anymore. You can't just eat people.
We were under the.
Mima, put down that leg.
Me-
Mima, where'd you get that?
Put it back.
No, spit it out. What's in your mouth?
Spit it out.
Just
Those
the-
are your teeth. Spit
goes
it out.
digging in like you do for a dog. Just no, no, no.
Oh my god.
Where'd you even get a meat hook?
Cannibal Mima.
I live with the cannibal Mima.
Okay.
That's why she has
It's
the
the dolls.
man.
Yeah, it's the
Yep.
dolls.
Child
Mima,
size
stop coming the new neighbor. Austin.
But oh boy. That is all.
Interesting. If you get the chance, please write of your findings and location. And when you come back, we will all be better off with that kind of information. Preferably, if it can be avoided. I know the college is significantly closer, but a finding like that, if presented in the right way.
You are going to put your name on my research project.
No, I am
Take
going to
credit.
graduate you.
Oh, wait though. You mean to tell me that the dancer graduated before me?
Not graduate, sorry. Raise you out of apprenticeship
Ah.
and, you know, all that. You mean to tell me dancer? And he's over there like, woo! Through the
is my
stabby
dance
dude!
of-
Alright.
My dance of snow.
Everyone's just ignoring him except Zaz, who's like,
I just picture like this is my dance of X, but it's the same dance. For X.
you got one dog
This is
like,
my dance. This is my dance to raise the dogs back.
too soon.
Raise the roof.
Raise the woof.
It's so
In my
painful,
name.
but I love it.
I picked up
Alright.
a few tricks from Dealer. The old one-liner.
Nice one, Stick.
No, I will assist you and help you. I can't focus. Raise the woof.
If it's so good.
What's it? A dissertation?
I do not know. I haven't
Thesis.
Your findings. What does it mean?
In-
He'll promote them. He'll endorse them. He'll.
do the thing that scientists do where they take their assistants' work and take credit for it.
No, he's saying he'll help you.
Okay. I don't trust him, but
That's fair. Couldn't imagine why.
because how slow he talks, only untrustworthy people talk slow.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Look how trustworthy Ziller is, and he's spoken so fast all the time.
This could be the beginning of your career.
Okay.
Okay. Don't die.
Oh, wait. What? No! I dial him back.
Yes.
I have, despite my studies, I have bad memory. What is your old former son's name? Or did you forget as well? No wonder he turned to
I think it's
dark.
Ghost. Is it Ghost?
All he's ever known is doing
Sounds.
it to him.
It sounds right.
Ghost.
All begins with a T.
It's Ghost.
wow.
Shut up. I got flamed pretty hard on Tuesday for having mostly T names. And what's horrible is that it was true.
You hate to see it. Okay, go by that. Click.
Well, I think we've got ourselves a new goal here. We need to get there over to that there yonder mountains. It seems like that's where a lot of the alphas are. Or at least, supposedly, according to that cloud giant, who I realize cloud giants are kind of good at deception, so this could be a trap.
Why would he trap us? He'd just squish us.
Very good point. This could be an elaborate prank, but then again, so has my life. So how about we go check out that there yonder mountain, find this friend, tell him Crack sent us, hopefully don't die in a freak crack accident, and then we can go and take care of the Malphas.
What are the odds that there was something in the tarts?
Who hasn't eaten a tart?
I
Me
hate it here.
pointedly didn't eat a tart.
Okay.
I
You
do
may make a perception check. Or, sorry, an insight check on your party members. You kind of go up to... Once he brings that up, you kind of go up and you kind of look at the pupils, you know, and you check the pulse.
10.
10? All right. They appear to be of sound mind.
You know, if you just said they appeared to be a sound of mind, like if you use the
He
word
rolled a
appear
10.
in every
He rolled a
description-
10.
I rolled a
Just
10.
He
saying.
rolled a 10, which means I'm not
No,
giving
no,
him
no,
anything.
No, I know. I'm just saying if you used the word appear every time or it looks like every time, I wouldn't be so sus of you when you use it.
That is fair. But, like, if they
We're
check for
gonna
traps and they roll low, you know, it's like,
Or
it
if they roll high.
appears
I
to
don't
not be
care if
trapped, you know?
crit, it still appears to not be trapped.
No,
Could
I
do
can
some
give definite
history-
information.
Could I do like a history check on like cloud
Tarts?
giants and
Oh.
tarts to potentially figure out if they've been known to play pranks with what's in their tarts?
Go ahead.
It's more Goliaths.
27.
He
that
said
a
he had.
thing?
You got some history proficiency, my friend.
We
I
went to
do
school,
have a
we're
history
educated.
proficiency. It was his other minor.
We spent a long. We were on like that 6-year graduation track. Kinda
Miller was
messed
in
around.
school for a long time.
Oh, I forgot to also mention that he had really long earlobes.
Okay. Typical cloud giant.
Smack them.
The Volos.
So you do you a big think, while Zaz is kind of eyeballing Arthalos, kind of trying to determine whether or not the whole party is inebriated or under any kind of influence. You know that this cloud giant was one of the smiling ones, which is a type of cloud giant. And while cloud giants expect a certain amount of trickery and deceit in their dealings, and I'm quoting, with others of their kind, smiling ones overstep the bounds of decorum with their behavior, doing and saying things that nobler cloud giants consider beneath the dignity of their kind. You also noted that this cloud giant came before you without a mask on, which implies he wasn't in jester mode, if you will. He wasn't currently doing a performance or anything like that, which should have been taken as satire and lies and whimsy and the like. Yeah.
From my estimation, from history class, cloud giants typically more obvious when they're tricking people, or at least they have more fun with it. This guy just kind of seemed to be. He was whimsical, but he wasn't whimsical. You know what I mean?
So how do we feel?
You guys feel fine.
Okay.
I feel great, honestly. It was a dang good pastry.
It was one of the best
I
pastries
say-
you've ever had. Except maybe
say-
Arthalos. Sorry, go
Maybe we should just give it a go. How do we feel?
I feel good. I also rolled for anxiety and sticks. Not nervous.
That's nice.
So, all right, Farron, get the dog sleigh together. We're going on an adventure.
Tokyo's like,
The world.
Dun, 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 dun. Imagination.
and they all get kind of excited and start hopping around a little bit, you know, yipping, as you start rigging up the sled.
Could we not, how do you say, fly up to the other one? Like, why do we have to go meet the friend? I can be Big Bird. We could,
I don't know. I want to meet Crack's friend.
I mean, what if it is a trap? You are the one who said this.
Would Farron know anything about either of the mountains?
You have never been able to. You've never been past this closer tall mountain, because it is a very difficult. There aren't paths that you know of. This guide, you do know that there are a few like hermit guides in the Goliath culture that are outlanders, even for these people. They know of the really hidden passes and make a point to learn to pick a few mountains and become knowledgeable of them. And so the information that Crack has passed on is it sounds valid to you. You have spent a lot of time you've passed through the high places multiple times, but you've always stuck to the routes that you know to bring you down from the high places because you've been a guide all over Kjol. And so this would be going into like deep territory of the high places where you do not have experience.
I've not been to this area of the high places. I think it would be wise if we at least speak to the friend.
Okay.
I also don't trust your flying skills. You're never much of a pilot.
This is a new development.
I can say with absolute certainty that he's actually very good at carrying a passenger in flight.
Yeah, what about the time that y'all both nearly died?
This was turbulence, and turbulence has never brought down a flight.
Okay,
Never.
aerophysicist. Why don't you go solve the Navier-Stokes equation? Ye old Navier-Stokes while you're at it.
It wasn't one of your secondaries? It wasn't one of your minors?
No, that wasn't one of his minors, actually.
Start a list.
On his way, I assume we're heading on our way.
Yeah,
on
the party kind of
Puppers.
gears up and gets going.
Places the people to see. Phil Collins expands in the background.
I wanna know. All right.
Can you show me?
All right. So you guys begin traversing towards this mountain. The rest of the day's worth of travel is uneventful, and night falls. Gets very cold.
I make hut.
Okay. Anything you guys doing in your
Everyone can
downtime?
fit in the hut now.
Oh yeah.
'Cause you
Actually, one
killed-
puppy can't because I brought
Dang
one back
it.
to life.
I'm gonna cast alarm
Okay.
around the whole camp area.
Okay. Very good. The southern lights come out, and as snow kind of drifts up along the side of the hut, from very far away. Who's got the highest passive perception? Let's see. Zaz. You're kind of on your back. And you see one of the stars go out. And then it comes back, and another one goes out. And it happens again. Kind of trailing southward.
Something big's flying across the sky. And I'll like point it out. Try and track.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Something way up there past the lights. Above the lights. So like stratosphere. Something big is flying up there.
Any of you magic boys got any spells to make you see far away?
Got the opposite of that.
Go get your telescope.
Wait, Taco, don't you have your boy you can send out really far?
And send him out 300 feet.
How far is
Yes. That's farther than 300 feet.
that? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Zilla reaches out with his hand and jumps.
Is that 300 feet? Tell me when I get to 300 feet.
Does it look like it's coming our way?
It does not.
Well, we'll just
I could
clock
fly
it.
up there and come back, but we would lose the bubble. I could make it again.
I mean, honestly, whatever it is, if it's leaving us alone, then we should leave it alone too. No need to poke the dragon or whatever it is.
Ha.
Night Fury.
But aren't you the dragon slayer?
I mean, look.
Have
You don't-
to slay a lot of dragons to be called the dragon slayer. I'm just
It was just the
saying.
one time, alright? And I just sort of happened on a fight that was already happening and finished it.
You know, as the joke goes, you slay one dragon and everybody calls you dragon slayer.
It's Dragon's Bane, not Slayer.
So, you Bane.
You know.
Bane it.
He cast one spell on the dragon, he gets a name.
All right. The rest of the night passes without event.
Oh, how many, Farron, you're going to have to ask God as well, but like, how many more days do you think until we get to that mountain? How long left in this journey?
Make a survival check. She
That
kind of
would be 22.
eyeballs the mountain, takes a look at her known paths, looking at the other mountain peaks that you'll have to traverse. 22. This will take you at least 3 more days.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're taking combat spells in the morning. We gonna fight.
Oh boy. We're getting scrappy.
I gotta go bed.
Nap time.
Nap, nap.
All right.
Go nap too, and I tuck Sticks into bed.
I hate it here. I have never asked you to do this.
I know, but I want to. This is what friends do.
But what if I do not want to?
You don't want to be my friend?
Oh, this is not what I meant. Okay.
Now look what you've done. You're gonna make him cry.
Oh, you can tuck me into bed, dear.
Okay. I do. And then I tuck myself into bed with my flying sword. with mage hand. Good night.
All right.
After like some time goes by, you can hear Sticks rolling around going, I'm a burrito.
Just furball just okay. Farron, unless one of the other players is staying up, Farron is, kind of restless. She keeps kind of looking over at her pup that's still out there. And your alert does not go off, your alarm spell. But you do kind of note, Tokyo kind of gets your attention. And you look over, and the dog that is outside is kind of looking around.
Can I use primal awareness to sense if there's anything?
Sure, read it for me.
As an action, you can expend one ranger spell slot, a minute per spell slot, to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile, or up to 6 if I'm in my favorite terrain.
Can she do that within the bubble?
Do what?
Oh no.
Is it a spell?
Yeah.
Or is it a class feature?
No, it's a
It's
class
an
feature
action,
that uses
but I
spell
don't-
slots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Class
this
feature that
is-
uses spell slots.
That's a weird gray area. She can step out of the bubble.
She would have to step out of the bubble.
Okay, she's gonna step out of the bubble because the alarm's still up.
Okay,
But
the cold hits
Immediately
you.
snatched by a dragon.
she's gonna like stay close to the ground,
Yeah.
and like when she kind of just stepped outside of it.
Okay. There is a pack of monstrosities nearby that that the dog has kind of looked and noted.
Why are you always trying to kill the dogs, man?
I'm using the dogs to alert the party for danger. I'm doing the opposite.
This would be a non-issue if all the dogs fit in the tent.
I didn't pick this. I didn't decide how many people could fit in the hut.
Ern's gonna like slowly go back into the hut and like, guys, like really quiet. Guys, wake up.
Oh, burrito. What?
I mage hand to untuck Taco. To untuck Sticks, like, get up, you hooligan.
The sudden cold.
What is it, Farron?
There's a pack of monstrosities out there somewhere.
Are they moving toward us?
I believe so.
Far away.
I'm not certain, but they're close enough that they could be a danger to us.
I'm gonna kind of stick my head outside the bubble. What direction is the wind blowing?
The wind is blowing southward from the north.
Okay, that doesn't. Okay, so is it
Away from
blowing
us or
like
to us?
to my face? Or
Oh,
away from
yeah,
me?
it's to your face.
Where were the monstrosities in reference to that?
You guys look at the dog, and the dog is looking upwind, so looking northward, and that's probably how it picked up this scent.
Also means it probably can't smell us. So we go back to bed.
How long is like what? How long has it been through the night that this has happened?
It's been about half an hour.
I'm gonna take out my shovel and I'm gonna say, okay, you gotta trust me on this one. I'm gonna
Tell me.
bury your dog such that its snout is poking out of the snow and only its snout. This is from my Canada training, okay? Trust me on this one.
Thank you for the resub, Brit.
Okay?
Can I at least help you?
Yes, you can help bury the dog, okay? We will make sure it's nice and safe, okay?
Dog is confused.
Give him pats so that he knows he's gonna be okay. I start digging.
It's alright.
Kind of. So you guys kind of igloo it up.
Yeah. Pat him in.
Just
Snug as a
Little
bug in a
little
rug.
snoot.
Tuck him in with Mage Hand.
I'm gonna tuck him in with Mage Hand as well.
Six gets jealous but doesn't say anything.
Okay, you do so. You got a little snoot sticking out of the leg loop that you've made.
I am gonna stay up for the next little while.
Okay.
Just
I
watch.
choose I'll stay up and like be at the ready.
So the two of you take shifts. Take the first shift, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. Everybody else going to sleep?
Yeah, I guess so.
Farron's gonna curl up with her dogs inside of the bubble, but close to the side where her other dog is.
Okay.
Are we just expecting the dog to sleep buried in snow?
They do that.
These be huskies. These be Arctic doggos.
Alright, go to bed.
All right. Time passes. You hear strange, two deep howls. Not two of them, like deeper than you would expect howls in the night, but nothing else transpires. Kind of carried on the wind. First shift ends.
Alright. I'm gonna go sleep now.
Who are you waking up?
Gonna flick sticks.
Okay.
Go to bed.
Farron?
She's still asleep, or did she wake up?
I'm sorry. Zaz?
I mean, I guess if everybody's taking shifts, then yeah, I'll sleep.
Okay. Six, you kind of sit up.
Would like to take note of where the dog is buried. Like how close to the hut.
Directly next to the hut. Little snoot.
Oh boy. Okay.
You see it breathing slowly and softly, as if it is asleep.
I do a watch.
Okay. Okay. Uneventful watch.
Okay.
You find yourself near the end of the watch, kind of struggling to stay awake, but determined. After an appropriate amount of time, your shift ends.
Sticks pokes Farron in the forehead.
Farron wakes up and just kind of.
Did
Okay.
you already do a watch?
Yes.
Okay, go back to bed. I go over, I poke Arthur.
No,
I poke Arthur. Arthie, buddy. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Did you already do a watch?
Sits up.
It could be. It's your turn. I'm going to bed.
Did you, I guess I was awake to the dogs, it doesn't matter.
You're a little quiet, buddy.
The dog is right there.
Can you hear me? Am I quiet?
Still a little on the quiet side.
Well,
Is
I
'cause
don't know how to
headset mic.
fix it.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
Okay.
It's right next to my mouth. Unless I put it in my mouth and start doing. No? Okay.
Ooh.
I enjoyed
Headphones.
This is ASMR Watch Hour with Arthas.
Offbeat Outlaw, are those Raycon earbuds?
Dude,
This is brought to you
I
by Raid
wish.
Shadow Legends.
these are Jaybird Vistas, which are like worse.
Okay. The final shift is uneventful.
Hell yeah.
The light peeks over the mountains.
Up and at 'em. It's time to get it. Oh. Everybody wake up. We got an adventure.
Alright, yeah, Zaz will be up awake and, like, you know, maybe his stepped out the bubble. Taking a peek.
I'm gonna check on the dog. Is the dog still there? And okay?
Dog's good to go.
I'm gonna like I'm gonna like dig out the dog and give him good pets and be like, "You're such a good boy. Look at you staying safe in the night. Good boy." That one's name is Ruffles.
Ruffles?
Yeah.
If Farron allows it, sure.
Cannon.
Sure.
Yeah, Ruffles.
One has earned a name. That's two now. Tokyo and Ruffles.
We have to name the rest of them quickly before they die. It is harder for Feffers to kill named things.
I
He
had
will feel worse.
Don't challenge me.
had some names for them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Do you have them on hand?
The really, really, really big fluffy one is Moon Moon.
Yes!
I love that.
Always a moon.
And then there's like a red husky that's really like, just like preen and, like, Axel Queenly. Her name's Cinnamon, but those are there.
I like that. So we've got four. Moon,
Yes.
Ruffles, Cinnamon, and Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Cool. Drift. Tokyo Snowdrift. Alright, the party prepares themselves, has some food, and sets off again. The next day and a half are uneventful. As you guys are making the slow, winding way up the last mountain, let's make some perception checks.
Woo! 17.
5.
19.
3. 24.
Okay. There is a suspended house made mostly of tarp, and like a taut hammock material, various pulley systems and the like, and above it you can see the ledge of a clearing opening area, and you hear sounds of combat.
I'm going to put on mage armor.
I am also going to put on mage armor.
Okay. You guys continue to approach.
Yeah, well, I mean, creepily.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It looks like this zigzag of an incline goes into the clearing. And as all right, so Zaz, you're kind of in the lead here. Roll for stealth.
25.
25. Okay. Yeah, you are successfully sneaking up. You kind of get your head up on into the clearing. It's roughly 80 feet around, and then more sheer cliff. A new cave has appeared. It seems to have burrowed out of the side. And this, the term I'm going to use is frost salamander, but it is a like very, very large lizard-like elemental, and this wizened, kind of hunched, long beard Goliath, very kind of wiry, is he's got this kind of trident-like hook, almost like a
So a
rake.
rake?
Yeah, almost like a rake.
Pitchfork?
Yeah, like a
So
like kind of like
gardening
yeah,
implement.
yeah, kind of. And he's got a net in the other hand, and he's throwing it onto the thing and trying to like attack it and keep it away from its house, which he's got on multiple pulley systems and anchors and the like into the various walls, and is suspended over the side. You can see where he's constructed a ladder leading down to it. The rest of the party has been able to come up behind.
Is there just the one salamander?
Yes.
You'd say it's approximately large?
Or huge.
Let me answer that question.
Titanic.
Thick.
I would say this is a huge sized creature, and not all of it has come out of the hole.
I'll kind of look generally towards the party. I don't really know what our arrangement is. Be like, could this be the guy? You think is this the guy?
Does he
Goliath.
look like a hermit?
Are we on the mountain that the
Yeah,
giant
yeah.
said
This
we were
is
on
this
Mount
is your destination.
I
Okay.
thought this was going to take 3 days.
I said the next couple of days are uneventful.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
bad at paying attention.
I understand that time has no meaning to you anymore after your tragic incident, but this has definitely been 3 days, and I'm pretty sure that is definitely Crack's friend.
What on earth are you talking about?
I don't know. I feel like you had an incident, didn't you?
I feel like we all have. We're on a big mountain. How did any of us get here?
So many mistakes have led us here, but all the same, I say we go and kill that salamander, and become his friend, and he can take us to the alphas. Huh? How do we feel about that?
We just gotta make sure not spook him.
And not blow up his house.
Do not blow up.
What she
our
said.
guns.
Very important. We want to befriend him. We have made this mistake in the past. Twice.
Twice.
I wasn't the one who cast fireball, okay?
Let's roll for initiative.
Already burned my 20 for the night, so let's. Yep, there it is.
I got a
9.
Got a
Go ahead and put him in the
14.
chat.
rope. 2.
What time is it? You know what? This is where we'll pick up after a break. We're about to hit the middle point, and if we're going to go into combat. All right, be right back, y'all.
Right?
Yeah.
Chat's being mean.
What are they saying?
They're making me
Listening on?
stop. Yeah, they're making me yawn. So,
Ha-
go ahead.
What?
Go.
All right. So, old man Goliath, he's up first. And he is going to attempt to throw his weighted razor net over the front of the salamander. He's actually going to succeed. Holy crap.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Look at him go.
The frost salamander takes 6 damage. And its front legs are entangled, and its head.
Considered restrained or something?
It's got too many legs to be fully restrained.
Okay.
Does it have more than 4?
Oh yeah. I'll go ahead and post a picture in the Discord.
Could you potentially assume that what effect do we get from this now that it's got the net over its face? Is it can it not do certain attacks? What do you assume?
Certain
or-
attacks. You'll discover more as we
Okay.
continue. Guys, if you want to head over to the Discord, I am posting a picture of this critter in the what's it called? Heckin'.
Long shot.
Yes, the long shot, but specifically in the
Chat room.
Yeah, I guess we can do the chat room. I was gonna put it in a different one, but it looks like that's got some.
That's where it usually goes.
Yeah, I was good. I'm thinking about making a unique channel.
Wow, this is so cool. I'm going to the Longshot RPG Discord right now to check out the monster that he just posted that I can now understand. Wow, this thing looks really cool. It would be really cool if you were there too, but you're not because you're a loser.
Got them.
So this is a huge elemental. All right, it's its turn. And first it's gonna attempt to rip this net apart. Oh, it's gonna succeed.
Well, that did nothing.
It sinks its teeth in, taking another 2d6 damage. Taking 8 damage from the razors on it, but it does succeed in like and ripping it apart. And it's gonna kind of leer about. It hasn't noticed the party yet, so it's going to attack the old guide, and he's gonna succeed on hitting him with one of his claws. You watch it like the Goliath, he takes big swipe across the chest and goes okay. Which brings us to Ziller. Farron's on deck.
Oh, I rolled terribly. We must have all rolled awfully.
Yeah.
Does this thing look like it's made out of stuff that can be stabbed with magical swords?
Make it, well, that's most things. But go ahead
Cool.
and make a check.
If it's most things, then I'm just gonna whack at it and assume, and we'll deal with our consequences later.
Okay.
But I'm going to activate my blade song as a bonus action.
Okay.
Going to run up to it, get into melee range, take out Thude the stabby dude,
Okay.
do what Thude does best, and stab.
All right.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Delightful. This thing will now take it will take 14 magical slashing damage,
Okay.
and now I will Eldritch Blast it.
Bonus action
just
you
wa-
already used? No?
I did, but this doesn't require a bonus action.
Thank
This
you,
is
go
part of my Blade Singer extra
That's
attack
right, my
feature as part of
apologies.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Tasty.
That is a please hit 18 to hit.
18
and
does
a
not hit.
18 doesn't hit, okay, and a 24 to hit.
A 24 does.
Woo, okay, this guy's got a beefy AC. That is a 9 force damage as well.
Okay. Very good.
And that would be my turn.
All right, Farron, you're up with Zaz on deck.
She's gonna draw her storm bow and using planar warrior and
Shoot.
hit him with a arrow with the lightning.
You hear the snap of the bow as you shoot your shot.
Done at 20.
Whoo! Nicely done.
Yay!
Roll your damage. Roll your damage twice.
Got 15 damage.
Okay.
And then 5 lightning damage.
Chat's cheering you on. 5 lightning damage, alright. That's one shot.
And then I'm just gonna shoot again.
Do it.
At 12.
12 does not hit.
They got a 20 AC or a 19 AC. Between there and that.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Zaz with Arthalos on deck.
Alright, so Zaz is going to, big surprise, go into rage and charge it.
Alright. You charge it.
And a swing. So as I find that d20 that just fell.
What weapon does Zaz use again?
He's got like a... Go ahead.
It's a scimitar.
Ah, okay.
Alright, swing number 1 is a 19. Does that hit?
19 hits.
Hey. Swing number 2 is 19 plus 3, which is 21.
Oh.
22. I can math. I went to Coolidge.
He minored in maths.
I didn't, but I should have. That would have been the smart thing. Most of the dang classes. Alright, so we have a grand total of 24 slashing.
Whew.
Is that with sneak attack?
Yes.
Interesting.
Is it your turn?
Yes.
All right, Arthlos, you're up with sticks on deck.
How's it look?
It looks fine. Positively vibing.
I'm going to pull out a small, straight piece of iron and hold up my hand. I will cast Hold Monster.
Ooh. Okay. I
hoping that was
roll a wisdom saving throw, charisma saving throw.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Ha! 4.
He is
It locks up.
And Arthlos does it with just the most bored expression, just inconvenient. Just
All right.
Taco, are you having PTSD?
Is that your turn, Arthlos?
Nah.
I don't think I have any bonus actions. Let me double check.
I mean,
Actually. Yeah.
Darth Alex, welcome.
I'm gonna walk up to it and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds as a bonus action with my sorcery points.
Tasty. Okay. I don't think I rolled for that, correct?
Not. I do.
Roll to hit, right?
Yeah, and it is melee, so we get advantage.
Right.
Thank God for advantage. One's a 1, the other's a 17. Just
oh
die
heck
roll.
yeah.
26 to hit.
26 to hit. 26 hits.
That's paralyzed. Double them damage dice.
Yeah.
Jeez. Tasty. That's tasty.
Ooh, and any attack that hits if it's within 5 feet of the creature, so it doesn't even just have to be melee, it just has to be
Up close.
within 5
Within that,
feet.
yeah.
That's nice. I like that.
Making sure that was how that worked. That is how this build is supposed to work.
Need more D6s. On the D6s.
How crisp is this thing looking? Is this goose cooked?
How much damage is he taking?
He's taking 66.
Wait, D6?
66? It should be D10s.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you right. I'm rolling. I'm thinking like fireball stuff. Not
Thinking some weak ass fireball right
Yeah.
there.
2d6 less than a fireball, you know. I'm so used to just automatically grabbing my d6s when I roll damage at this point.
Yeah, maybe we should use that fireball a little less. Maybe that'll
Yeah.
help us make friends.
Look, I only do it after combat is initiated, okay? Don't start with it. Mostly. .31 necrotic damage.
Nice. Okay.
And that will be all.
All right. 6, you're up.
How's it looking?
Not quite bloodied.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna cast Polymorph,
Ooh, okay. Okay.
and I want to turn him into a red-kneed tortoise. What
Can you
turned
post a
into
picture of a
tortoise.
red mead tortoise in the Discord for me?
Or is it red toad?
And I roll
Yeah, red-footed tortoise.
a red-footed tortoise. I roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, so 17 is what you're looking for.
I am not a tortoise. I am not a tortoise.
Yeah. No. Oh. Yup. I am a red-footed tortoise.
Or a paralyzed red-footed tortoise.
Yeah. You hear it, and then.
I run to pick it up.
Okay. It is now Tortle.
Look at the Goliath and go, what did you want to do with this?
He kind of walks over, takes the turtle.
It will only be tortoise for an hour.
It doesn't seem to understand you. He doesn't seem to
I
understand you.
say everything again in giant.
Ah! Big brain. Nods. Goes to the side and frisbees it off the side of the cliff. And turns around.
Could I attempt to like pot shot at it with Eldritch Blast and get it some extra distance?
Yeah, roll to hit. I guess I'm turning the normie music back on.
I crit.
You
I
crit! You madman!
That wasn't that much. Yeah. But it takes an extra bit of. It takes. How much health does the tortoise have?
5.
An
AC of
knocked out of
13.
tortoise form.
It gets knocked out of tortoise form, and you can see the real size of it. It's very long, and it's just like writhing
No,
and
It's
nodding.
not. It's just
Oh, like a bugged Skyrim character just. Well, that was that.
You are bugged now. Congratulations.
Okay, so I want to see
Everyone
this.
says my character.
Oh, it is cute.
It is.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Picture it frisbeed off a mountain.
Even cuter.
I'm okay with
Let
it.
that settle.
The type of
Just
tortoise
heads
that
just
the type of tortoise that my frat had, and ironically, we had a frat tortoise named John Wayne.
Oh, I love that.
Could that be our frat's tortoise as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so the Goliath turns to the Furbulk and kind of does like a, and then points at his mouth, and kind of opens it and shows that he doesn't have a tongue. But he seems to understand giant well enough.
I switch back to common and go, hey, Zealer, you got any old notebooks from class?
What on?
Just paper and writing. Oh, I have a magic quill. I have a spell book.
Don't
What
you
am
have
I
that
doing?
magical book?
I have a
It's like magical inks
and
and
endless amount of pages. And
quality
you would
paper and
endlessly-
ink.
How expensive these books pages are.
You seriously want to take my magic notebook? Are you serious right now?
I mean, so stingy.
So stingy.
This cost me like 4,000 gold. I still haven't paid it off. I stole it from the school library.
It still has the name of the library in the front.
It's so easy to find me and take it back, but they don't.
I go up to him
No, I
and
took it.
like flip to the last page of my spell book that's still blank,
Okay.
and offer it, summon the magic quill, and, like hand it over and go, can you write?
In giant. My name is Gara. Spelled
Do you know
Garruh. Gara. Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Do
you for
you-
helping with Big Lizard.
No problem. But
He kind of gestures at the whole party.
oh, I go around. I'm speaking giant. This is Ziller. He's a dancer. He's kind of strange. This is Zaz. This is Zaz. He is the bane of dragons. Only one though.
He gives you a long look before moving on.
He doesn't eat people. He good goblin. This I don't know. You looked at him. This is Farron. She has many dogs. Good company. And then I go, that big fluffy one is Moon. They're kind of silly. That is Cinnamon. She is very full of herself. And this is Tokyo. He's the head dog. And then there's an unnamed one over there. You can name him if you want.
What about Ruffles?
And then there is Ruffles. He was buried in snow. And then and then this is Arthi. Call him nothing else. And, he hates the cold. Snake boy. Yuanti. I don't know. I am not from there.
You want to?
But,
Well, he kind of
the
does like a.
sticks.
He kind of looks around and goes over to a crank and starts in the house, comes up, and then onto the area. You hear dishes like rattling around and stuff like that. And it seems like he had pulled when he realized what was happening, when he heard the thing burrowing towards him, and he also expresses this in the writing. He yanked on one of the pulley systems, and it released it to go over the side. And he kind of gestures for everyone to come inside. Inside, stone building. Everything is almost everything is like nailed down. And he puts on a really big pot and starts making a gumbo.
Nice. What was his name again?
Gara.
Gara.
I turn to Sticks and I say, you should let him know that Crack sent us, and Crack said that he'd help us potentially get to the...
I have. I mentioned that we were buddies with Crack. Also, I introduced all of you. His name is Gara Goro. I've already forgotten.
Gara.
Gara.
He looks like a Gara.
He has no tongue.
He kind of sticks the nub out.
My gosh, so we can't just ask people why they have a tongue.
Did a cat get it?
I mean, it's a fair question. I mean,
Wait, one of you who has message. Why not just do that back and forth?
Because he'd
Isn't
still
that-
respond in giant. Sorry.
Someone else here speaks giant. I remember someone else specifically.
Aaron does.
Luna does not have that spell. Dang it. That means Luna heard me introduce everyone.
Luna, you have had some dealings with Goliaths before. And you know that he is, by welcoming you into his house, he is showing gratitude for helping. You also can tell that he lives alone. Go ahead and make a history check. 11. Okay. What you do recall from Goliath culture is that they are lawful good, and they are very serious about their tribes in being closely knit. It is unusual for a lone Goliath to exist, and still be in the high places and a part of Goliath society. Further made strange is his cut-out tongue. Taco, what you missed was she made a history check and knows and reflected on how Goliaths have a very tight-knit culture with their tribes, and to see one alone but still in Goliath society, as it were, is an outlier, let alone the cut-out tongue.
Okay.
He's just cooking.
He's just cooking.
He's just making some big old pot of gumbo.
I'm gonna
Heck yeah,
turn to
brother.
Sticks and be like, tell him thank you for making us gumbo.
My friends say thank you for the gumbo, but Crack told us that. Why are you looking confused?
He's not. He's just kind of
Oh.
reacting to your words. It's
Okay. God furrowed his eyebrows. But Crack said that you could help us get to the old castle. Ah.
kind of takes the paper and goes, dangerous. But would doing so help avenge the Goliaths who were attacked by the primes? Alphas, thank you.
Alphas. Alpha Prime. Optimus.
Betas.
Theta.
Gamma.
Epsilon. Okay. Anyways. Yes, it is filled with the alphas.
I will help you.
So,
Friends in high places, baby.
we have friends in high places, but no, really. Why? So why don't you have a tongue? And are you? Oh wait, yeah, you just asked if we would avenge, so yeah, you know.
Was cast out. He writes.
I write on the paper, same dude.
He now shares a kinship with you. He goes on to write that his responsibility to knowing this particular region of mountains surpasses his banishment. And so while he was not able to remain in the tribe, he still had a responsibility to guiding and scouting these mountains.
I point at Farron and go, she is also a guide, but not this mountain.
He goes up to Farron and writes, any word, what's the word, what's the news of the
Bird.
what?
The bird is the word.
Of the low places of the Jarls? How have they responded to what is going wrong in the high places?
In Giant, Farron responds, our Jarl has called in everyone, including guides and trackers, and sent out parties to investigate.
He writes, all the more reason to help. All right. So, you guys have a few hours to kill as he's making this gumbo. And he kind of...
Sorry.
You're good. He kind of just keeps to himself. He isn't really. He's a little awkward.
Does he have anything interesting?
So he's got a
some trophies
library.
on the wall,
He's
or-
got He's got a few. He's got like a shelf of eggs, like large eggs, as well as a hammock, and the floor is almost completely furs, and everything again is tacked down. Even the books are like bound in leather, and the leather is, nailed to the cupboards and the like. He also has a strange set of like these needles, and and like a separate table that does not look sanitary at all.
I'm gonna check out his library and start poking around and see what that's about.
Well, unfortunately, that's all in giant.
Oh.
He
well, that
he
was
is a giant language only Goliath.
My elvish classes are coming in great use here. In that case, I'm gonna just like, is his house is now on the ground?
Yes.
I'm gonna go outside and begin practice and just continue to practice my fighting training.
Okay.
And hope to God that I can get better at fighting, because by God, I really want to be better at fighting.
Understood. Alright, so you go do that. You pass some time. What's everyone else doing?
I'll probably follow him outside to just sort of look off into the distance.
Okay.
I am making it look like I am just like wandering around the house aimlessly, but I am sneaking berries to all the dogs.
Okay.
I do also inform Styx on my way out. I'm like, you should probably check out that library. I probably got secrets in there.
But the puppies need their treats.
Styx, I can't be the responsible one in this situation.
I was the responsible one until the dogs got added to the picture. You know how much I loved it.
You know I took Elvis. You know I can't do this.
You know how much I loved it when they brought the stress puppies into campus on finals week.
I hated that. It just made me more stressed.
It's
What if
just
the
not
dogs
what
would
they-
get
I
What
like-
if someone would snap the necks of the dogs?
You looked over, Siller, you look over, and Cinnamon's kind of just.
I like throw an arm around Moon and just go, but look at her. Majesty.
just nuzzling down in the furs on the ground and just the furs just spreading out.
I go, fine, you can feed berries to all the dogs.
And then they will go look at the library. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Styx. Thank you very much.
What's the what is Arthalos and Farron doing?
Arthalos is gonna find just a quiet corner and crack open this book that he found from the witch.
Okay, I'll get to that in just a second. Farron, what you doing?
Erin is gonna walk past Styx and be like, not too many. And then she's
We
gonna
made
keep
progress. It
going.
used to be none at all.
She's just gonna go outside and she's just gonna find a place to sit down, like crisscross applesauce, and just kind of chill.
Okay, cool. All right, Arthalos, you kind of. There's like a mound of furs in one corner that is kind of a chair, and you kind of just very comfy. And you can see a little table where he's got a little like pipe. And you crack open the book. The first thing you find is a very flat key right out the inside of the cover. The rest of the next coming chapters speak of banishment and how to and stories that have been collected on how to rid yourselves from binding agreements. She was enslaved to the beholder and was trying to find a way out of that. One story of note is a interesting random inspiration. and it goes to Taco. Taco bought himself a point of inspiration.
That's a ball.
That is a bold move, Taco. One interesting story of a agreement that was made between a group of furbolgs and some being that they assisted in return for sanctuary of some kind. The furbolgs had been driven to Kjol for some reason. That's the only one that really stands out to you. The other are kind of fairy tales or famous, stories, and there's a couple of, binding agreements that seem legitimate, but that's the only one that really jumps out at you. And as you you peruse, and you flip to the back, it looks like there has been a hole cut into the back empty pages, and inside is a pearl kind of stashed away.
Does it need the key to open? Is it a thing the key's required for? Or is that separate?
The key is unrelated to the pearl.
Okay, then I will take the pearl.
Sorry?
I'll take the pearl.
Okay. You take the pearl. It thrums with magic.
Magic pearl.
I will cast detect magic.
Okay. I don't know what I would call this, but because you've got some time on your hands, I'm gonna go ahead and say you figure it out. Because you're a sorcerer and familiar with things that sorcerers crave. This is a pearl of power. A pearl of power, once per day, can restore up to 1 third-level spell slot.
It's a PP.
I watched him think about it and then say it hey. What's up, Lark Network? How you doing, friends?
it's our
Thanks for
boy
coming
Lark.
in. Yo, Monday's gonna be lit.
What's Monday?
Yo. What's Monday?
What's Monday?
Why, it's Melee Ball March Madness, baby!
Woo!
I'm here next week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for all of your Melee Ball action. Check out Lark Network to see some crazy Melee Ball action. What's Melee Ball? It's the world's first D&D sport.
I'm coming
game,
for you,
Christ's
Offbeat.
sakes.
I'm coming for you. Me and the Noodle
You're coming
Doodler.
for me? Have you ever
Me and the
seen
Noodle
my team?
Doodler. I don't know where we are in the brackets, but
Do you understand how ridiculous my team is? I thought about this for 5 hours.
do you understand how much research I've done into your builds?
You don't know what I'm capable of!
I do. You monetize the information.
What about it?
Monday.
What?
Lark Network.
Monday,
Tune in for
Tuesday.
Melee Ball. It's gonna be lit. Thanks for the raid, bro.
Alright.
Anyway.
It's a PP. It's a pearl.
It is a PP. It is in fact a PP.
Pearl of power. So
Yeah,
I guess it
PP.
is.
It's a pop.
Literally.
It's
Or a pop.
Yeah. Okay, I like that more.
Figured
You
I'd
gonna
give you
pop
an
the
out.
PP?
How big is the PP?
Pretty small.
Yeah. I mean,
Regrettably,
generally,
very
yeah.
smooth, kind of unusually smooth. The PP restorative. So it can only so once per long rest, as a bonus action, you can activate the magic item with the I think the phrasing was the name of power, whatever the catchphrase or the code word is for this
PP.
for this pop.
Yeah, I can just use it as an action.
Yeah.
at
Okay.
any time. It's not on a short rest or anything.
Yeah, and then once per, you can do it once per long rest, or once every morning, or something like that, or once again
I pulled it
every
up.
day.
I got it. You're good.
Okay, cool. Good stuff. All right. Couple of hours pass.
I go look at the books
Okay.
after eating the dogs a reasonable amount of berries, like 20 each. No,
No.
like 3 each.
The books are mostly
About beanstalks.
about beanstalks. Are mostly about Goliath lore, and goes on to speak of various heroics. But one of them has an interesting couple of pictures. Make a investigation check.
Oh,
Ash, don't encourage him.
Detective Sticks is on the case with a 6 + 9. Nice.
Okay.
15.
Between the context of the room with the needles and the book, it looks like some kind of arcane tattoos that he's working on figuring out, that rely on giant runes.
Like really big or giant the race?
No, it just has to be the language of giant.
Okay.
Okay. And it looks like he's been dabbling with this. And you kind of look at him, and you can see under the collar and under one sleeve poking out, there's intricate, very small sentences. He is very tattooed. He's only got himself to practice on.
I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
You, and I pointed at his tattoos. I was like, you do the tattoo?
He kind of cuffs up a sleeve, and it's just like a sprawling, intricate, just swath of tattoo, like a full sleeve. Kind of unbuttons one button, and you can see like this intricate, almost tribal-looking, just run-on sentence of giant.
Do they work?
It seems he's been trying to figure these things out for a long time.
Do you want the help?
Again, he's mute, but yeah. He's like, yeah.
I'm gonna go decode the tattoos.
Okay, make an
See
Arcana
if-
check.
See if I can figure anything out about that. Arcana, you say? Hiya! I'm rolling like hot garbage. 13.
If you were to take this book to the Arcanum, you might be able to, or if you were to copy down, key information, you could, because the issue is it needs incantation. It needs spoken magic. And so you don't know if you should tell him that he's never going to be able to achieve his goal without a tongue, but you do determine that it does require vocation and rituals and magic, and just inking these tattoos will not be enough. He's doing them right, but the full ritual isn't there because he cannot speak.
Alright, odd we tell him, even we don't. Even we don't. Okay.
But that said, he's done enough groundwork that if you were to figure it all out, you could activate all of his tattoos if you were to take the time to learn all of this and figure it out and all that good stuff.
We talking like a day? We talking like a year?
Not sure.
I think you should do it. Activate all his tattoos at once, and we could have like a Super Saiyan.
Again, he'd have to go to the Arcanum.
Alright, I'm gonna start copying important stuff.
Okay.
Well, my magic quill's gonna do it for me. I take his ability to speak from him.
Huh?
Having copies done.
The magic book is inscribing the information.
Word.
All right. The gumbo is finished, and he kind of starts clanging on it, and he begins, as everyone comes in, he does like some kind of ritual, like he seems to be taking some kind of ceremonial moment in his culture, and then he begins pouring the gumbo, just like I'm talking like 8 different types of meat, chunky soup essentially, like he's got tons of stuff in there from whatever he's been, he travels all over these mountains. Hail hydrate, and thank you, Ginger Leaf. And for anyone who doesn't know what gumbo is, it is not a soup, but it is soup-like. Just the chunkiest soup in the world. Lots of flour in it as well, and rice and the like. Is it flour?
You just
Yeah, it's
said
flour.
It wasn't soup, and then you described it as chunky soup.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Anyway, he begins ladling it into large horns and starts handing them around. He also takes a bunch of smaller little like bowls and puts them out for all the dogs. And then he sits down with his own really big bowl and just starts like really fast. It's spicy, but it's very good.
Did con save spicy or like just spicy?
Depends. How do you handle spice? Because it's very spicy.
While I eat her berries, making a con save.
Diller has drunk a lot of spicy alcohol in his day, but he's gonna make a con save all the same.
13.
Okay, he did
13,
good.
you're
That's
good.
22.
22, you're good. Zaz, this is really good.
I mean, I'm on like my 3rd bowl, so.
Why is it spicy?
Pretty sure I could digest actual rocks, so spice don't matter.
Everyone else has moments of like, whoo, whoo, and you guys look over and the goblins just.
The goblin's finishing it, including the bowl. Like,
So what is this? What is this, ram?
porcelain.
Cinnamon does not like it. I will say that.
Tasmanian devil.
Cinnamon like. All right. Eventually, after some, probably some of the best hot food you've had in a minute, especially after the witch served you like dude, served you guy. You guys have like, it's really all the like pressure of travel is kind of taken off. You kind of got that food coma vibe. And eventually, after his own like 3rd bowl of gumbo, he takes a large leather hide map out, and he begins coursing out, mapping out his course and looking up and to Farron and kind of making key notes here and there and writing down, just in case something happens to him, you would be able to have this map and not as easily, but be able to guide as well. This takes roughly an hour. Anyone doing anything in particular?
I'm gonna watch as he points out all the crap on the map,
Okay,
just in case I glean some information.
sure. One mountain looks kind of familiar, but not in any way that you're able to ascertain. Make a history check.
Would I help him with his history check? Like, could he like bounce ideas off of me, and I'll be like, and I'm like,
Ooh, yeah. That it's
I'm not sure how you would help him with this particular.
I mean,
Okay.
come up with something good because I rolled a 3.
So fun fact about my history minor that he got, that Ziller got in college.
He said something
it's
good.
It's specialized in geography and how the geographic locations of different cultures and nations informed their political decisions and transgressions with each other.
Dang.
As such, Ziller, being the curious boyo that he is, decided that this was very interesting and paid close attention and mind to the mountainous regions and their fierce policies of isolationism and how this could potentially affect future relationships.
And
That's-
it's particularly interested him because his buddy was a Furbolg of Giantkin.
Exactly.
That's really
I
good.
want you to clip that moment because we went from Jeff going like this to. and you see
I am
the moment
I am
where it
impressed.
shifts in
I am
his brain.
impressed. But I also know what he's trying to recall, and it doesn't apply.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say no.
Okay, I gave it a good shot.
But I am impressed. Good job.
Yeah, no, it was a valiant effort.
DM is like, wow.
Wow, that boy can bullshit.
He really did minor in. He really did minor in history.
He
Wow.
pulled that out of his ass and everything.
All right. Without further ado, it begins to get late as the southern lights appear in the sky, the aurora borealis. He takes his leave. He kind of puts the rest of the food out. He takes the pot and just kind of puts it outside, and the dogs all kind of and he goes out on top of the roof, and he begins doing this kind of non-verbal, like, throat hum singing to the aurora borealis. The wind kind of takes it, so you can't really hear it too well, but I don't know, he's doing Goliath stuff, and he kind of stays out there for a while. Party doing anything in particular?
Ziller's gonna go check out the cave that the
Okay.
frost thing came out of.
Seems to go in for like 40 feet and then slowly spiral downwards.
I'm gonna mark that out, and I'm gonna take out food and ask him quietly if this cave is of any importance to him.
You're a little quiet, I can't hear you too well.
I'm gonna ask Food if this cave was of any importance to him in any way.
This was a deep dweller. It seems that it discovered this Goliath's origin and made its way up from the depths.
Are deep dwellers of any importance to us in our quest?
No. Not unless you can come up with something interesting to use them for. They were mostly feared by my humans, by my mortals.
Interesting.
There are
Well,
many
I'll see if I
things
can
in the
come up with any.
Underdeep.
Well, I'll see if I can come up with any theories. See if maybe we can put them to any good use. Thank you, Food. I will cease contact.
Okay.
Hang up the phone. And go back to the party.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check on the magic pen and paper that are just copying stuff.
Okay. It is finished.
Nice. Dunk, dunk. Book sounds.
Okay. You have it. Make sure you write that down in your inventory for later. If there's not else,
That's it, yeah.
all right.
I just want to. Can you describe the key to me a little bit more?
Okay.
More detail.
Very hard metal. Looks like it was folded in on itself many times to keep its strength. Incredibly flat, almost like coin level flat. Incredibly sturdy. Three pronged. Three teeth of the key with an intricate symbol in the back. Almost like a Celtic intertwining of rings.
Do I recognize it at all?
No.
No checks, nothing.
Make a history check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Gosh. Let me think.
You know, as part of Ziller's history minor, he did a specialization in metals. Just kidding, he didn't do that.
Long ago and far away, before you were who you are now, you recall a member of your family hunting down and slaying a coven. And you remember their heads on spikes. And one of them, the supposed leader of this coven, had this symbol branded under one eye. You don't know if that was by your people or if that was by their people beforehand. All right. The Goliath comes down from his throat humming, non-verbal throat singing, and plops himself down in the hammock, starts snoring.
I guess that's our cue. Nap
Yep.
nap time.
Nap nap.
Nap nap.
Okay.
I will take a watch though. You know, I'm not gonna let any more dogs get hurt.
Okay.
Just leave
They
all
can
the
all be
dogs in the
inside.
house.
All of the
time.
dogs can come inside. And you do see the drawbar if you want to. You also see that the rope that was used to tug the building over the side or to release the latches the rope does reach all the way inside and is next to the hammock, so he can wake up and just yank it. And the windows are barred.
I'm gonna trust him to do what he thinks is best. I'm gonna get the dogs, and I'm gonna help Farron get the dogs inside the suit.
The large cauldron being licked clean of gumbo. The dogs are eventually Moon needs a little chasing around, but the dogs are eventually all kind of shepherded inside, where they all kind of huddle up around Farron. And what does the rest of the party do?
Bed.
Yeah, just hunker down.
Okay. You guys get an uninterrupted long rest.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Offbeat, you're still a little quiet for me.
Am I still quiet? Am I quiet now?
Even then, it should be like crazy loud, but that's the level I was hoping you'd be at.
Let me see.
Am I under the
Why?
impression that we're going to be traveling today?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Morning comes. Gara gets up, cracks his neck, rolls up the map, tucks it, and begins preparing for travel.
I go find berries.
You go and you find berries. And have a conversation with the book. Which we'll get, he comes back with berries. He always seems to come back with berries, no matter where y'all are.
Weird being so far above the tree line.
How did you get those berry sticks?
Do not ask questions you do not want to know the answer to.
Are those deer dropping sticks?
You loved them all the same.
Answer the question.
They are berries.
Alleged Apollo needs a name for his rock. Rock, R-O-C, Big Bird.
Big Bird's the name. There we
Big
go.
Bird? Burb. I know it's
Joe.
a bit dumb, but I do like Arthalos.
Work.
It's a good name.
For the rock?
Yeah, for the giant bird. Arthalos
Yeah.
is a good name.
It is.
What were you saying? Offbeat?
I turn to Sticks and I turn to the party and I say, okay, well, it looks like our boy over here, our boyo Gara is ready to get going. Shall we go on our epic quest, our journey?
Yes.
Without
yeah.
hesitation.
Yeah. Nice. Let's go.
All right. You guys are packing up to get out, and you guys venture onward, making your way, surprisingly, up the side of the mountain. He does end up equipping the party with like these hooks, you know, like scaling gear, so you can like and
Ice
on the
hooks and
shoes,
stuff?
yeah. And he kind of with rope kind of attaches everybody, and I will say you're not gonna be able to bring the dogs. I don't know how you're gonna bring the dogs.
How many dogs are there?
5.
There's 5?
Yep.
Because I had 7 originally, and then
That's
2 of
right.
them.
I got Sticks. Do you have the fly? Do you know the fly spell?
Yes.
There's gonna be a lot of this up and down vertical climbing.
How many creatures?
How many of us are there? What if we just
A dog each.
harness a dog on our backs?
Well, there's 5.
Each just carry a dog.
I could.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm good at fighting. Not particularly strong.
The good news is, you know, if you fall, you got the rope. You know, you're harnessed in.
Okay, fine. Well, everyone take care of a dog.
Dibs
How
on
do we
me.
feel? I'll take Ruffles.
Cinnamon.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Everyone gets a dog.
I cast Fly on my dog and attach it to me with a rope.
I feel like Cinnamon and I are both kind of divas, so it just fits.
Roll animal handling, my guy.
You forget that I am partially cleric, so that is a dirty 20.
So, obviously, utmost allegiance, love and affection for Pharaoh. But Cinnamon likes pretty much just you. It's Pharaoh and it's Arthalos. there is a like mind between Cinnamon and Arthalos. Although she definitely still begrudgingly takes the berries from
Nice.
from Sticks. She will like pretend to like not want the berries, and then when she doesn't think anyone's looking. All right, so that was impressive. And the party begins scaling up the side of the mountain. At the top of the mountain, there is a giant hole, and you guys begin scaling down that hole, swinging yourselves into various chasms and rifts. At one point, you go almost down to the cloud line, where there is a really long zip line. And as much as this is frightening for some people, especially Moon, Tokyo, you know, bravely encourages Moon. Anyway, the party makes it very far, considering the circumstances. About 3 peaks in, the day ends. you guys find yourself on this, again, really taut, almost trampoline-like setup on the side of the sheer cliff, all kind of buoyed in together on the for the night. He just like clambered around, unhitched himself from the harness that you were all attached to, clambers around, sets this thing up, helps everyone on. The dogs are all kind of huddled together and kind of freaked out, but he just goes right to sleep.
I make the hut.
You make the hut? The night passes. Offbeat looks like he wants to say something, but he's not saying something.
Thinking.
Okay.
Ziller's gonna stay up and like intermittently, sort of keep watch of the situation.
Okay.
Also, he's gonna transform Thude into a one-handed crossbow.
Okay. Zaz, what you're saying?
We're like suspended on a like a gondola thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Zaz is gonna keep an eye whenever he can spare towards just the sky-ish, having, remembered that dark thing that was blotting out stars from the other night.
At one point you do a double take, but it might have been your imagination.
Probably was.
All right. Morning comes, and you continue climbing. As you approach this one particular mountain from the map, Zaz, you just can't shake the familiarity of the from a distance of this mountain, but you can't place it. And once you get to the mountain, as you guys kind of get to a clearing, snow everywhere. Rock of Ages, that's funny. You see a single goblin footprint. This mountain has a vast array of caverns.
What is this, the Hobbit?
Hobbit wishes.
I don't think it does.
Can't hear you, Jake.
Tolkien's dead.
I said down to Goblin Town.
Okay.
Which is the chapter in The Hobbit, so it's...
Yeah, I guess at this, Zaz won't say anything just yet, but he will grow a little bit more tense than he already,
Mm-hmm.
See a little bit of,
All right.
a little bit of stress rest on his shoulders.
Yeah. That stress does ease a bit. That stress does ease a bit when Gara does not take you down one of those tunnels or passages. Instead, he has the party hike around the side of the mountain and down, where you find an old bridge.
I've seen this one before.
We've been going in circles.
You cross the bridge. Gara hooks himself in and just keeps going, as if he was intimately familiar.
Okay.
Again, the dogs do have to be carried because it's kind of like a suspended bridge.
If it's a bridge, I'm gonna use Tensor's floating disc, put ruffles on it, I'm gonna have him walk behind me. Stay! Don't move!
Another 2 days pass like this. Just really kind of nerve-wracking, heights. You surpass the large mountain. You get around it, and you can see one that just is so tall that it might reach all the way to the Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
What a wonderful phrase.
That was 2 references, not even connected, but beautiful.
How did Hakuna Matata come back to haunt me from Fester? How did you do it? I'm angry.
Forks, man. It's just a bunch of forks.
Cut to the, time is a bunch of branches or whatever from Endgame. Okay. This does take another couple of days, but without incident. Mostly because whatever's out here is spread out very far apart. You do know that Gara doesn't even look around a lot. He just kind of just keeps going, living that solitary life. Slowly, you make your way to that final narrow mountain, and you begin going up for 2 days.
Are we there yet?
I'm beginning to regret my choice in Moon.
It's probably the warmest. It's the fluffiest. Maybe the biggest, but whatever.
Whenever I can, I'm popping Tensor's floating disc, and I'm having Ruffles hop on that and just float around on a scooter.
You cheat.
I'm not strong. I don't lift. Thank you very much.
About halfway through the day, on the 3rd day on this mountain going up, Gara calls for a halt. You guys kind of look, and it seems like he's a little confused.
The mountain's gone.
His ice pick won't purchase through the ice, and he seems baffled by it.
You know what they say, global warming and all of that.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I join in this Arcana check?
Yes, you may. Oh.
I don't need to.
It's true ice.
Oh.
You look up and you can see
I lied to it.
what might be a ledge, and the true ice has grown or melted down the side of it. True ice is not being pierced by his pickaxe. It's roughly another 40 feet. Sorry. It's roughly another 400 feet up before you get to that ledge. What does the party do?
I let go of the mountain.
Take me.
And I fall and cast Dimension Door and go 400 feet up to the ledge.
Do you still have Moon?
Yeah, I was gonna say with Moon.
Me and Moon are just like,
Yeah, so you have to unhook yourself, and there's a moment of is he? What? And then woo, and Moon's like,
I counter his counter.
Moon's
I counter his counter.
And then you watch as this magical archway appears, kind kind of
Behind us.
crescendoing around, and he just and you land crouched, Moon. You has, and you are on the ledge. It's slippery, but you're fine. Actually,
We are the best
make a dex
combo,
check.
Moon.
Make a dex check
Like a dex check?
on the
Ooh,
very
why gotta-
slippery ice that you have just.
Why I gotta do that? I have the magic. I just burnt a 4th level spell slot for that. That's that's a
I mean,
9.
technically, if he
Ah, you're
fell
fine.
backwards flat, he would.
A crit fail, I would have had you been like, yeah, woo, and right back down.
Alright, I'm gonna take Moon off of me, and then I'm gonna jump back off.
Whoa.
Jump back off?
I'm gonna jump back off, and I'm gonna polymorph myself into a giant eagle again. Start picking people up.
Would do that before you jumped.
Nah, jump and do.
Alright.
Okay. Can the party see through the dimension door? Is that open to them, or is that I don't remember?
No, it's like we bamf and then it's gone.
Okay. Cool.
Don't die, Moon. I'll be back.
You have a moment of absolute panic, Pharaoh, as he disappears, and then you see him appear again above you, and you hear the dog noises above you, and you're like, okay, all right, okay.
Such a terrifying party trick he does.
Styx yells caca before turning into the eagle.
That's the
Sticks, you
activation.
gotta warn us when you're gonna teleport. It scares me.
I can just picture Styx like low key playing that out in his head for like the 5-6 days of travel.
He's planning it. He's
Just
like,
kind of.
I'm going to look cool.
It is going to be very funny.
I'm gonna start
All right, you're burp.
trying to figure out how to burb pick these homies up off the side of the mountain without hurting them.
Oh, I see.
Arthalos is going to like untether himself and cast levitate.
Untether himself and cast levitate.
And he and Cinnamon are just gonna,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Cinnamon is
cast
just-
fly on my.
as
I'm
regal
going to
as
cast-
can be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast fly on myself. I'm gonna pick Ruffles off and up and be like, to the moon, wee! Up we go.
I'm slowly developing personalities for all these dogs.
I won't let you go. I have diamond hands.
Yo, I have diamond handed to the moon. Thank you guys very much. Diamond
Okay.
hands.
To the moon.
To the moon. I like it.
Goodness. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna go into rage and just sprint up the side of the mountain. I mean, that's not a thing, but I feel like everybody else is fancy elevator up.
I don't think very enjoy.
I'm
Pure
gonna,
anger. Just
Just.
I'm gonna
Claws
attempt to
hand
grab
into the
Aaron-
mountain. and just
to grab Farron off the side of the mountain
Okay.
as eagle.
As large eagle, I assume.
Giant
Giant eagle.
eagle.
Okay.
Large beast.
Okay. Cool. And assuming Farron's cool with it.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
You get plucked and brought. You have Tokyo.
I'm gonna once I place Ruffles at the top, I'm gonna get out 50. I'm gonna get out some of my rope from my Dungeoneer's pack, and I'm going to wrap it around. I'm gonna go down to Gara and be like, I'm gonna tie it around you, and then we're gonna go up. And I like try to communicate that with hand signs. Does he get that? Okay, I tie it around him.
Just
You
over here.
watch him like holding onto his harness that he's known all his life, and he's like,
And then I'm like, up we go.
he's just. You get him down on the ground, and he just, all four on the ground, and just stays there, sweating. All right, that leaves Zaz.
I go down and pick up Zaz as well and do the same.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Or we both show up at the same time and compete for Zaz.
We compete for Zaz's love
Yeah.
in a game of rock paper
All right,
scissors.
Zaz, who you picking? Let's do.
Come
So
on,
you-
Baka.
It's not like I like you or anything.
I'll just one hand for Ziller. One no.
we end up drawing and quartering him.
Oh no.
A gust of wind pulls you to the side.
He goes into a rage.
It's okay, I have resistance.
And the party all successfully gets to the ledge. directly above you, in this hollow, is a gate. It seems
There's
like
another one.
it seems like the front of a castle is facing downwards, and you can see ornate steps built into the big enough for a giant
Oh.
going up to this gate.
Hope
Do
you still
the-
got
so-
climbing gear. Those steps are what, 8 feet tall?
They are made for huge-sized creatures.
So are the steps going like straight up like this into the gate, or are they spiraling?
They're kind of going up and around.
Okay.
On both sides, just kind of going up to the gate, which again is colossal and ornate. The building is made almost entirely of white marble. Yeah. I'll have more on that later. Hail hydrate.
I'm still a burb. I'm gonna grab Moon, go hang out at the gate.
Okay. Make a perception
Actually,
check.
I'm gonna do Farron first. Actually, I'll do Farron and then the dogs and then the humans.
Okay, so you get up there with Farron. Make a perception check based on smell.
Farron, you should make someone based on smell.
Yes, also Farron, make a perception check based on smell.
Baron.
All right. Yeah.
18.
18.
12.
You smell
A smelly smell.
a smelly smell.
Nematodes.
You smell wet dog and blood.
Like Moon wet dog.
No, like unkempt, rabid, not rabid, but wolf.
Dirty dog.
Wild dog.
Okay.
And your immediate thought is, how the heck did these things get up here?
Yeah.
Or stay fed.
I'm getting everybody. Up.
Cannibalism.
All right, so you guys, you're dropping them off at the top step. The colossal double doors are closed and look like they swing upwards. There are also windows you could attempt, but that would be an interesting climb for most of you.
These double doors open upwards, you say?
Yeah, or inwards, as you were, if you will.
Is there like glass in the windows or bars or anything?
There are. Let me think. Glass. Like stained glass.
Okay. I want to try and fly through a window.
Okay. You get some momentum and then, pooh, barrel
Never seen
through.
this go wrong for birds before.
Take. Well, make a strength check. So you don't just go leave an imprint of
Use your feet
imprint of
to smash
bird.
the glass and break your neck if it goes wrong.
I mean, it's stained glass. You know, he'll be.
19.
Yeah. You rocket through the stained glass. You take 4 slashing damage, and you're in a hallway, and you realize, what the crap?
Gravity goes
The
down for 'em.
entire building is literally like facing downward, and
Mhm.
wasn't built to originally face downward.
The castle fell off the. It literally fell. Did it? No.
What indeed?
Bird brain confused.
All these things we will pick up in the next session. This will be a proper dungeon crawl, and I'm excited.
Sideways dungeon crawls.
I'm just really confused as to how we're gonna navigate through this dungeon.
Shenanigans. Maybe there's a gravity switch somewhere.
Any RP stuff you guys want to cover before we call the night? We have a little bit of wiggle room.
I turn to Zaz and I say, hey, if I
Yeah.
made you a medium-sized person, how strong you think you'd be?
Well, I mean, I usually already have advantage on my strength checks. But it would let me add a d4 to my damage.
Want to try and D4 damage through these doors?
I mean, sure.
Gauntlets of ogre strength, baby. Let's go.
I'm gonna take out my arcane focus, which I don't use very much. I'm gonna be like, Shabow! And Zaz, you are now a medium-sized creature.
I just take a second to like look everybody like dead on.
It's an unnerving experience for everyone involved. Not unnerving, but like it's like a notable like that moment stands out in people's memory.
Scratch it.
Everyone will remember that.
Okay, cool. I'll just try and I guess I'll try and at least crack a door. Maybe am I even tall enough to like reach the
yes.
gate itself?
Yes, these stairs are made later.
I'll slap some guidance on him.
Okay.
All right. That's a D4.
Hold still.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Does guidance not upgrade with time, with level?
Ash, you are cracking me up.
It's a cantrip, so I don't think so.
I mean, cantrips usually do.
Well, I mean,
Not this one.
Okay.
level 1 cleric anyway.
All right. So that would be. You guys ready for this bad boy? A 31.
Cool. You break the lock and you hear it as it echoes through the halls.
Who needs thieves' tools? Give him a high five. Ow!
I didn't even roll that at advantage. Sorry.
All right. So the party is able to climb up onto this other door with relative ease. Taco, make it.
Toss everybody up inside.
You kind of navigate your way into the next hall because you hear the noise and you can see just a medium-sized goblin just being the most intimidating thing in existence.
Let's walk.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Deeper voice.
Deeper voiced ass. And so as the party is getting up on the second door, you can kind of look up and see him as Burb kind of circling about. This main ornate hallway goes up for a very long ways. You see various doors on both sides. Statues of giants in their heyday, slaying dragons. And that's where we're gonna leave off. Kind of preparing for a very, very fun dungeon crawl. Guys, I'm Sir Feffers. Thank you for joining us.